Stuart.
Stuart.
He goes,
Stuart.
Stuart.
Shall I leave and come back in like half an hour?
Please stay.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to The View from the Afternoon.
Hello.
With me, Ben.
And Rob.
And
here
Rob.
as well.
And Raz.
And mate.
Woo!
Warm, innit?
I was just going to say it's warm
Why is your flat so warm?
because it's at an 80% two-layer of window. In fact, no, what is that? So that's double glazing, isn't it? And
Yeah.
then another
And then a sheet.
another sheet of...
Plexiglass.
No, it's glass. It's no pimp my
Oh, no,
ride
but
shit.
I just wanted to say, like, the
Yeah.
in my ride guy.
No, it's a real deal, that, mate. But yeah, because we live in a greenhouse, essentially. Not
Oh, not
ideal.
again.
Anymore. So I've got news.
Okay.
Go on.
I've got two bits of news, but I'm going to start with both arm related.
Okay.
I've just thought of that.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, I like where this is
I
going.
like where this is going. We've got a new arm. So this is the viewers only, I'm afraid, viewer only content. This is the Elgato boom arm. And you'll notice...
We've only got one of them.
We've only got one of them because we're in a trial phase. We're in a testing phase. But look at this. I can just move around. I don't have to hold anything.
Demonstrate the product. Show me a working product.
No, they're not paying for this. They're not paying for this. How much was that?
Great question. Like 80 quid.
Raz mentioned a funny point
Go on.
of like, we've got a £400 microphone
Yeah.
with 100 quid arm stuck to a £5 IKEA table.
£4.
Well, they're £4, mate.
It's like
It's
the
the Beechwood finish, mate. It's not the black one.
it's like the point of failure.
Can you twist it up? Like, is there full?
This way?
That looks like a ball and socket joint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
Like, can you move it up all the way up?
Yeah,
How-
yeah. That is
That's
the
perfect.
product.
Yeah,
That's the
yeah.
right product. Listeners,
This is
let me
great.
describe it to you. It's a black boom arm with a ball and socket joint.
What the gamers use. The
That's what
Twitch
the gamers
streamers,
use,
yeah.
Elgato.
It's good, man. Although what I've noticed as a loose definition of the term edit, but as I edit, stick an intro on the front and an outro. I'm always doing this, and I'm always like touching it,
Touching it.
and now I have no reason to, and I don't like
Perfect. Get your hands on that laptop and do some work.
it. Doing work now.
Hurry up.
We're all doing work.
Hurry
There's
up.
only one man not doing any work actually.
I've literally just stopped. I got the beta video done in one day. I mean, it's not
good,
done
that.
yet, but it will be done tonight.
Mm.
That's great.
What, like first pass?
No, final pass.
So does that mean the Patreon viewers only get the actual full release and not the extended cut?
Oh, that would be annoying if I'd not thought of that. But thankfully, I didn't think about that. So after the first pass, I always just render it.
Yeah.
What is annoying sometimes is, so I'll do a first pass, which is super unedited.
Yeah.
You know what a
I
first
thought you
pass
just
is.
saying it was good then.
It's just, no, I don't mean like
It's just
super.
like literally trim the fat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm not really watching it particularly keenly. So then I upload it to Patreon and schedule it. And then I'll start doing like the second pass. But I'll often realize, oh, there's something in that first pass that can't even go on the Patreon, like my cock or something. So then it's like, right, I've got to pull it down off the Patreon. I've got to then like re-render like a 1.5 pass version that I've got up to. But it's all good. Made some great progress. When's this going out? What date is this going out?
This is going out on Wednesday.
Next Wednesday.
This Wednesday.
Next Wednesday.
Oh, next Wednesday.
Well, everyone, I just want to tell you, we won't spend long on it because I know we do have an agenda. But
Hey, freeform content, man.
let me have a look at the month. Next Wednesday, where are we now? That's a different month. Next Wednesday is quite literally the last day that the Xbox 360 marketplace is live. They're shutting it down after like what?
Is that right?
17, 18 years or whatever.
Wow.
No, it won't be that long actually, but they're shutting it down. So any DLC or games that you've purchased will still be accessible, but you can't get anything new. So just bear that in mind, guys. If you've got 360, jump on and re-download all your shit.
That's an actual public service announcement.
It's important to me. I've spent
Yeah.
hundreds, if not
The
maybe
Xbox
even
Live
thousands.
service launched on November 2002.
Yeah, this is the 360 marketplace though specifically.
So what's now? Oh, okay, so the 360 marketplace now. So now we're on something else.
Yeah, because this
don't
is
know what they're
just
on
on the
now.
Xbox 360
All right,
console.
Okay, cool. What a
Um,
stupid name. The Xbox 360.
I think it's a great name.
Why?
You know why they call it?
Oh, yeah. Tell me, mate.
Because when you see it, you
Yeah, yeah.
turn 360 degrees.
Wait
and
a
walk
minute.
away.
Wait a minute.
So me and Choc were reminiscing about old internet culture, and he's not quite as deep into it as I am. Like me and you in particular,
Yeah,
we'll
yeah.
have a load of
We've
like
been around, mate.
memories from like being on like B.
But if I was in that stage with Jack
early
Black,
days.
honestly,
But I just have such nostalgia from those first. I wasn't exactly
the formative
the
years.
first person ever on the internet, but like
Yeah.
when memes were a real niche thing, just on like B, on 4chan, and it was a really kind of inside club almost, and it's like an outcasts club, and now like I'm not trying to gatekeep memes, but it's just interesting seeing where it's gone. Do you remember?
Yeah, like a meme now is so different to
Like I used to think
A
it
dog
was
on a
called
phone.
meme because
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
you'd only ever see it written down on 4chan.
like GIF
And then those
or GIF.
9gag nerds
Oh.
came along.
I've literally never been on 9gag. I don't know what it is.
It's for the normies, mate.
Is it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it'd suit
yeah.
you, mate.
Anyway,
Back to
Kinda-
Vegas.
download your DLC.
I thought is 4chan not more popular than 9gag?
4chan's
will
what
be,
everyone
yeah.
knows, isn't it?
But the thing there was the rivalry of like, so 4chan was like elitism.
yeah.
So I was like, I was a big 4chan user.
Mm.
People think that means something that it doesn't. Like
I think it
people-
can. I think
people-
it can do, but it.
people of the generation just below us,
Yeah.
or the slightly newer generation, think like 4chan is like the dark web.
Yes.
When in reality, it's
yeah,
just
absolutely.
it's just slightly controversial memes, and now it's just porn.
Yeah. I've not been in a long time.
I've got it bookmarked.
Fair enough.
I use it for porn. I'm not going to lie to you. The GIF board is
Yeah.
a good starting point for a nice long bit of me
Oh, it's
time.
It's not just wholesome gifts.
No, they really should separate the boards out. To be fair, because
I thought they have. I thought there's loads of different boards on there.
no, there is, but like the GIF
genres
board,
of
the GIF
porn.
board isn't for porn,
Right.
but it is. I mean, I got my laptop.
Yeah.
here.
Why not? I'd love
Is this all right going at the start of the podcast?
See it there?
Maybe.
So look at this. So this is the GIF board.
I'm going to imagine.
Porn, wrestling, porn,
A sort of porn, if you want.
It's kind of
cartoon porn, some weird stuff as well. Anyway,
Let's kind of like keep going. Let's. We don't need to do the
Settle
podcast,
in.
do we?
Hey, put a blanket over that camera.
there's loads of stuff in here.
God, excuse you.
Look like look
I
at that. Just watching two
You know,
lads
you know
shag
what I
each
don't
other.
get? You know the culture of like dudes watching porn together.
I don't
Like-
think that is.
Is
a
that,
cult.
is, that,
like-
is that culture?
It's like it's
Educate yourself on the culture.
Yeah,
mate.
hang on. Let me just. Whoa.
it's like an. Is it in movies or there's like a general idea that like dudes will get together and like have a few beers and watch some porn.
I've not
And,
seen
like,
it.
like that's so
Kind of circles
strange.
are you in?
Maybe it's a generational thing.
Again. So you've got the watch porn together generation. Then
Yeah.
underneath that, you've
They're
got the
slightly older
4chan
than us.
generation.
Yeah.
And now you've got the TikTokers.
Gen Z, Gen X, millennials, wank together.
God, I've never heard it called Gen Z, but he's right, isn't he?
I am right. We're in England,
Yeah,
mate.
yeah.
That's true, mate.
Not Gen Z.
Preach.
Oh,
And it's
Oh, that
JZ
sounds
as
right.
well.
that
the
sun is
sun is bright.
to wash away the bend.
So we're playing a really long game of spot the difference. So obviously everyone will have their notes and they're sort of in the mind's eye the studio from last week, and this week you've got to spot the difference.
It's the arm.
Not yeah, and
And we couldn't be asked to put one of the nets up.
yeah. Well, we did, but then it fell down, and we couldn't be
Yeah.
asked to put it back up. But hey, I'm fine. Speaking of arms, here's my news.
Arm processors. Is that
I
what
was
you
just thinking
No.
about arm chips.
You know me so well.
Yeah.
If only. No, I'm getting. Hey, I'm not gonna be able to do any. What did that? What was that doping scandal? The bike guy. What was his name?
Lance Armstrong.
Lance Armstrong. Whatever he did, the cycling stuff, I won't be able to do that for a little bit. Because
No.
I'm getting a steroid injection in my arm.
You will
Really?
be Armstrong.
Preach.
Hey, it's just proper vein.
Why are you having that?
Because do you remember I fell off my bike ages ago? Like
Yeah,
2 years
yeah,
ago,
yeah.
went over the handlebars.
Embarrassing.
Yeah.
Yeah, really funny. I was laughing all the way.
How
to
did that
A.
happen?
Just
User error.
cycling,
Yeah.
hit summit,
What did you hit?
pothole the
Pothole.
summit. Mate, who knows? Bloody.
You know what? They'd fix them if you paid tax. paid road tax.
I do pay road
Fucking
tax in my car,
cyclists.
mate.
Do you know what you could? You might have a case there if it was a council road. My mum won a case
Did she?
20 years ago because she broke her ankle in a pothole,
No way.
and it took about 6 years, and she won about $2,000.
You're probably right there, you know.
Absolutely,
I can't be asked now, though.
it's too late now.
It's too late now.
Maybe if you head out again,
Hey, try.
where there's a pothole, there's a pothole.
Where is that pothole? I'm a man who's got plenty of time.
Near the Rose Bowl, actually. But yeah, so I've had an issue for about 2 years now. Well, maybe a year and a half. And finally getting it sorted. Steroid injection.
So I was just going to sort it.
Well, apparently. So apparently it's inflamed and it's some kind of calcification. I don't
Okay,
really.
so it's inflamed and they're going to shove steroids into
Yeah.
it. It's going to be
It's going to be
massive.
bulky, man. But here's the
Is it your right arm?
Yeah.
Oh, that's suspicious, isn't it?
Here's
Interesting.
Here's the mad thing that they told me because I went to the hospital last week.
Go on.
They were like, so you're gonna have to have 6 weeks of rehab. Now I don't know how.
And he said, no.
I don't know how severe that. I think that's just
This
a
for you
meeting.
all this
That
alcoholic.
just
fucker right here.
means like do this
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
on
yeah.
the morning. And
Yeah.
But the mad thing is they were like, but a week after you can't do out, so you can't like walk the dog, can't do this, can't do that. Like even washing your hair,
You don't
like
have you
use
got
your
a dog?
left arm. No. Sometimes the dogs sit,
Right.
but just it was just. I think it was just an example. But they were like, you
So
can't
just
even,
don't use your arm at all.
yeah, you can't even wash your hair.
Use your other arm.
No, well I'm gonna, yeah, but it's just mental, innit? I hope I can click.
Wait,
my
hold on.
mouse.
So you can't dog sit.
Yeah.
So that means you can't use that as an excuse. Which hands do you drink with?
This hand.
Which hand do you buy around in a
Wow.
porter?
Oh,
Yeah.
maybe this. But yeah, mental.
Are you nervous about that at all?
Not really.
I
No,
know you're in and out of the
The-
hospital, aren't you? Well, not in and out, but
Not
like
in and out,
I
but-
I never go. You've been a few times.
I just love it.
Yeah.
I just love it.
Get your money's worth, mate.
Yeah, absolutely. No,
Yeah,
I'm
I
not-
wasted a whole day of their time for no reason.
You did.
Perfect.
It
I
was-
love
yeah.
it when you piss them off like that.
No, I wanted to go literally midday. I wanted to be out there. No, make you stay until 1 a.m. Brilliant.
it's that sometimes they do like. I think I'm a bit cheeky because I've had it before where they'll want to keep you overnight for like obs or whatever, but then it'll get to like, say I've just had an injection, they want to like take a blood test. I'm like, right, you've took the blood. Can I
Yeah.
go now? No, we've got to wait for the results. Like, no, but you don't though. So I'll
I
just
can,
come
I
back.
can go like,
Treat me as an outpatient.
so, like
I
Donna
would-
Summer or something.
I would just leave.
Yeah,
What
I
are they
d-
gonna do?
I've done that before. to be
Yeah.
fair. But yeah,
Free up a
interesting.
bed for someone else.
In it, because I'm like fine. I'm just waiting around. Do you know what? While we're on the medical talk, here's something interesting. I bought a you can pay for like these blood tests online, right?
Mm.
So I bought like a tiredness and fatigue blood test, right?
What was the brand here?
Medicheck.
Oh, okay.
It was like 100 and something quid. So I'm always like tired and I get like brain fog and stuff like that.
You got a lot of money. You got 100 quid spare.
To figure out something that I've had for like years, yeah.
Your watch tells you that.
Yeah.
Nah, but not like I need to know, man.
Yeah.
But I got
Iron deficiency.
iron's fine.
Yeah.
Iron's fine.
I'm looking
DFB
at his shirt. Like, is there a joke about like ironing
Yeah,
the creased shirt? But I just can't compute it in time. I missed the
Just
the
slung-
He
last.
looks
slung
iron
straight on.
deficient.
Yeah. But no, it's just
Nin.
really I got an email from a doctor just explaining my results and stuff, and it was just really good. I've got no more
Email
to say.
from a doctor, is it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like BetterHelp, eh? Email from a therapist.
It's like one of those, you know, where
Okay.
where the technician is just like whatever, but they give him a name like David.
Yeah.
Just Dr. David.
I mean, yeah, he's a doctor. He's a doctorate of art.
yeah.
I
Interesting, man.
I set myself up on like a 3-step plan of like sorting myself out.
I remember this, yeah. How's
Really, 3 real small steps.
how's that going?
One was to get rid of like my dry skin and like my rash on my inner thighs because
Yeah.
it's just annoying and I itch it a lot and it looks like I'm scratching my cock and balls. The other was to sort out my feet because they're really dry, and then the final step
horrible.
was work up to getting my teeth like filled in.
Yeah.
Not cosmetically, just getting the holes at the back filled in.
Yeah.
Like great. So I went on like the Superdrug online doctor,
Mm.
like sent them like pictures of like my rashy thighs. lucky them. They're like, right, yeah,
So this is the
cool,
Wendy's.
no worries. Like this is what you need. So I got this cream and it was like £7. Used it. I just broke out in like sores.
Really?
These sores were like near my knob,
Yeah,
on my
yeah,
back. I was like, I was better off not using this. So I stopped using it. And then I got some cream for my foot. Foot started cracking. But I was literally fine as I was.
Things worse. What? Why Superdrug and why not the GP?
I'm not going to the GP.
Why?
Don't want
Fair enough. I
You
asked
don't
a
want to
question,
talk to
got an
anyone. You
answer.
just want to
It's
go
not even that
direct
I
to
don't want to speak to
consumer.
someone. It's like I don't know where my GP's in Beeston. I haven't been for probably 15 plus
There's
years.
one in the light. Have you
But
registered?
like what's that? And then I have to go to them.
Yeah.
Like you can't. It was a GP. It was a.
You can't get a GP delivered to you.
It was a GP. It was like an online GP.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
If it was like a
That's cool.
FaceTime, like
Yeah, no problem.
If there was an
I've
app
done
for it.
FaceTime with GPs before when I had like private healthcare through Apple, and I've done it there.
Yeah.
But like I'm not going to go to the GP for something like
Has it?
so because I've had this for over 10 years. I
Yeah.
had this when I moved into uni,
But they could just sort it out.
but it didn't.
No, but well, yeah.
to be fair, I felt like that when I smashed my face, and that's the reason why I didn't like going to hospital, because I was like, you know what, like give it a day and like I'll see, because I don't want to waste anyone's time. Like I'll just see if it sorts itself out. And
Broken face.
I mean, it literally did. Did
I know,
they
yeah, I
fix
know.
it back
I
together?
go
No,
for
it
everything,
literally just.
man. Like, I live like a 3-minute drive from a GP. And I'm just down, hey up, check
Oh,
me
he's
out.
back again.
He's back again. What now? Blood. All right then.
That's mental.
Gotta look after yourself, man.
I agree, but I think I think I underestimate. I mean, touch wood here. Just how
That ain't wood, man.
it's wooden,
£5.
wood themed. Right, touch the
Chipboard.
floor.
There's chipboard in there made
Yeah,
from wood.
probably, yeah.
I underestimate how resilient the body is and how much it just optimizes to whatever you put it through. I'm not saying that as a blanket statement, but like I'm not a healthy guy. I say I'm definitely on the unhealthy side, but not in a way that's like worrying. And I think my body would react negatively more to like a drastic lifestyle
To
change
healthcare.
into what is conventionally healthy.
Yeah.
You know, if I stopped eating the food I'm eating, if I stopped living my lifestyle and went like completely straight edge, I think it would have a more negative effect on my body because it's out of calibration from what it is now. I think my body's expecting like a couple of beers every now and then and a late night and a kebab.
Like I said on the video, I had that one yogurt grass pop, and I think that'll sort me out for the next 15 years.
And as I ordered some, I had some Yakults recently.
Yeah.
And it's like that's
Yeah.
about enough. As I say, I dipped my toe literally into the self improvement like health game. Like
Just
sort
have
my
a
body
Barocca,
out.
honestly.
I got them over there. It's all just.
God, we are at opposite ends, man.
But you have a medical issue, whereas I don't.
I guess, but it was really interesting looking at the results and looking at, because I'm deficient in a couple of vitamins, and I was like, I'm going to sort this out. It's bought them online.
I like the
I'm
idea.
deficient in a couple of Dyson V6 Hoover. We went to Curry's today to look at Hoovers.
Oh, how was
Even
that?
though we can't afford it.
First of all, how was your Curry's
Oh,
experience?
and
Yeah.
no one spoke to us.
From the other
It was-
side.
It was very in and out. And I don't want to talk too much about Hoovers because I'm pretty sure half the last week episode was about
Yeah,
Hoovers.
not out yet.
But Samsung have got some good models.
Of Hoover?
Well, not Hoover, of a cordless vac. Anyway,
Okay.
we don't need to dwell on the vac.
Dunno.
I like the idea of like sending, like just doing a little blood thing and just sending it off and going, is there aught wrong with me? Just like maybe like a yearly checkup, basically.
do it every
and
year.
just going, what's wrong with me? What do I need to sort out? And just at least having the knowledge of going like, okay, I'll sort that.
How do you get the blood?
So
out?
So you can either do it yourself or you can go to a clinic.
Did you
An
do it
extra 20
yourself?
quid. Absolutely not. I went to a clinic, and it's mental because they
Is
just
it a little
open up the pack.
cartridge?
I didn't look, to be fair. I saw her open up the pack and then did it, and then I was off. And
I did.
posted it in one of those, those priority post box things.
Yeah.
I think it's a great service, man. I've got a web portal with all my results. I'm going to do it same time next year, see if there's anything different. I'll see if I'm better or whatever. I think it's great.
Well, less about the brand that you worked with, because let's see what happens.
Yeah,
there.
come on.
I think the less I know, the better. I feel
Yeah.
fine. I feel good.
But
When
then
I'm
you just
rested, I
die.
feel all right. Yeah,
Yeah.
but do you know what? If I die,
You'll die not
I'll be
knowing.
totally honest with you. If I died tomorrow,
Yeah.
It's Dan's problem, innit, really?
I'd be happy though. And I don't mean that in a morbid way, but like
I'd be going to less music festivals, I think.
I'm happy. The people who need to worry if I die are the fuckers around me, like you,
Yeah.
Raz. Jesus, you're gonna have to clean your lens. What's Mary gonna do?
Oh,
What's Mary gonna do if I'm not here?
I so couldn't
to
be asked.
Rely on Varley.
I so could not be asked.
Varley thinks he's tired now. Imagine if I was dead. Good God. Good luck to him.
I cannot so I stick an intro on and an outro on, and I check the middle bit and make sure that's fine. upload it to YouTube. About enough for me.
Mm.
I dread to think. I've seen the vids, mate.
Do you know what, mate?
There's a cut. There's a cut here and there. I could not.
My video
Be
editing
arsed.
days stopped maybe like 10 years ago, something like that. I dabbled a bit in it for work, but that's about it.
I love video editing. I just love creative stuff on that. Like, I love doing the thumbnail. I treat myself to doing the thumbnail too early. Like, so there's a.
Well, you get to create 3 now.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. So like last night I did before we went to Beat Herder, I did the Beat Herder thumbnail, and it's everything minus the people.
Yeah.
We shoot the people on site. Sounds pro, that, doesn't it? We take a picture on the iPhone
It
of
sounds
Mary.
terroristy is what it does.
And I was like, I'll do the Latitude one. It's like one thing at a time. I need to really tell myself like one thing at a time.
Do the podcast ones, mate.
But I can also do like, now I've done the Beat Herder vid, I can do the Latitude intro now.
Yeah.
And I make sure that's looking really good.
Hey, looking forward to Latitude?
I loved Latitude when we went.
Yeah.
I thought we had a great time. I wish there was 4 of us going. Any
Yeah.
4 would do. But there's only 3.
Yeah.
But it's a brilliant event, and it's the one we
It's
went
nice.
to was a pilot, wasn't
Yeah.
it? So it was a reduced cap. So I can't wait to go back to Latitude.
And it's got a pretty all right lineup this year.
Yeah, it's decent.
Duran.
Chic.
I'm sure you'll be missing them because they're on the Sunday
No,
night.
we're staying on Sunday.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. We're doing Thursday,
I do not envy that
Friday,
travel
Saturday.
down there though. Like it's
Well, this is a kind of an annoying thing because on a 5.5 hour train journey, normally I'd be like, great, I can be 2 times productive because I'm going somewhere and I can do all my editing. But I've done it all.
Not even got the thumbnail to look forward to.
I might just pretend and make a thumbnail for a video that doesn't exist. I was literally thinking about starting the Burning Man thumbnail, mate.
God.
God.
Do you reckon what? Oh, I don't know if this is. I think this is a shit concept, but I've already started talking now. Just thinking. I wonder what level of content you could produce in a 5-hour train journey, as in
Like from scratch.
like the 3 of you, just your iPhones and a laptop, and you've got to upload it. Like
Well, you've got to create it and
you got to make it in the 5
that
hours.
sounds horrible.
What would you
Well,
do?
we can try that because in the off season we're doing the Day in the Life's exclusive on Patreon, which is a great way of me just being able to expense every single gig I go to. But I'm literally not even joking. But it's good because we can create that kind of content. Like I spend so much time going up to Glasgow in the off season to see Ryan and go to gigs up there or anywhere else. But like that's a 4.5 hour journey up to Glasgow.
Nice, setting the limits on yourself.
I mean, we did an entire video on a train, the Caledonian Express,
Oh, you
video.
and Dan.
Yeah.
and it was the best version of that concept that we could have possibly done. Just not that interesting of a concept for a full video. A reverse engineered ad read is what it was.
We really need to get thinking of some great ideas for videos in the off season.
Well, we've got the one that we've already kind of filmed
Yeah.
across America.
How
which
long's the off season? How many months?
Probably.
there's 2. It's about 20 weeks.
So that one idea, can you stretch it out? a
No,
little
no,
bit?
no,
no.
I think we probably need to be looking at like one good vid a month.
Yeah.
Mm.
And that gives like everyone who wants the time off, Vals, and you want to stop driving about and doing just channel stuff and doing some stuff that you want to do. It gives everyone enough time to do that while also still keeping the channel just kind of bubbling. Because what we really don't want to do is we don't want to be in that fucking position we're in at the start of the year where every sponsor comes out of the woodwork.
Yeah.
And then
yeah.
it's like, right, we've got 3 sponsors on the table, but no videos and
Yeah.
no ideas.
Yeah.
And that's how you end up with the 24 Hours in Wetherspoons vid, which again, we did that as best as we could.
Yeah, we had a good
it
time.
was a good concept.
It was, yeah, but it was was it content I'm really proud of? No, not really. But even back then, I was saying on the podcast, like, allow this because we're going to be going to America loads
Yeah.
and we're going to be doing big stuff and all these new festivals and so it people get it. But
I've been getting really nostalgic for the road trips as of recent, and I know there's some like big fans of the road trip content out there, and I'd love to do it, but like it requires so much time.
It really does. Time is our most valuable.
It's
the one thing we can't buy, but it's the thing we spend the most.
and it's like, okay, so like Route 66, like that's a 2-week jobby, for example. So that's 10 days of like, for those of us that do, of annual leave. Whereas 10 days of annual leave, 369, you can at least fit maybe 3-4 festivals in there.
Yeah.
In fact,
And the festival videos, so
easily
the thing
4
is,
festival videos over a
A
weekend.
festival vid will always outperform it. One of them
Yeah,
as well, generally.
exactly.
Me and when we were planning the year, we looked at doing Camp Flognaw, which is an American festival, and I didn't know all about it, but Chucky really wanted to go, and I said to Chuck, "Do you know what? We have a good year. We'll go." And Chuck's really set on going, and I've said, if we can make it work, we'll go. But there are some stipulations because there's a lot I didn't know about this festival. It's in a stadium, for example. So
I've literally never heard of it.
But then I was thinking literally today, like, is there something me and him can do either side of that in America that can be like, because every year we've done kind of like a movie vid, like we did the IB for one, and then we did the Road to Nowhere, the Route 69.
Yeah.
Is there something where we can like give Chucky his wish of going to?
Yeah.
Because I don't want to. I really don't want us to not go because he's excited about it and he'd be really deflated. But we need more. We need something else around it.
Yeah.
And the thing is with Chuck is I mean, we haven't had this conversation, so Chuck, we'll talk about it, mate. But it'd be great if he was willing to drive in the States, which he might be. He has a full driver's license. Because then we could do like a little 2-man random thing that's just a real different vibe to what we've done. But I know that doesn't answer that doesn't counter your point of being nostalgic for the road.
I would just love it if more people would be able to drive. And I've been thinking this a lot recently. On your point of being productive, like driving is just, I know it's literally getting everyone somewhere usually, but I'm just starting to see it as like just such a non-productive activity for me. Like I could be doing literally anything else, but most of the time, let's face it, when we're going somewhere, I'm sat at 70 miles an hour, cruise control on, just staring at the road.
But what else would you be doing in that time?
Literally anything else other than that. I can't tell you how like unproductive it feels. I know it's literally, like I said,
I'd say it's one of the most productive uses of time possible. I think it's unproductive for a Mary sat in the passenger seat who can't do it aside from looking at her phone.
For me, it's more about like I'm now in a position where I can't do anything else other than this. I can't think like I'll just like have a little 10 minutes, look at my phone. And like,
that's you. Your time is allocated for you for the duration.
Yeah,
like, and the drinking around that and everything is like, it is quite limiting. I couldn't do it.
I really want to sort my driving, and I have for ages. And I tried start of this year, maybe end of last year.
Your time would be better spent.
But the thing is,
instead of learning to drive, just bully Chuck a bit more
to
drive.
You know what,
that'd be a better use of your time.
I
do a bit more.
I do agree. Like,
drive.
I do agree. That would be great. And to be fair, Chuck hasn't said I'm not driving. It's just always assumed that he's not. But my issue with if I learn to drive is it's then. So take Latitude for example. I'm driving us to Latitude, and then I've got to be the main camera and edit the video.
Yeah, I don't think that's.
I think the driving should be like a Chalk or a you. Or a Bryody who. I'm not saying there's nothing else going on behind the scenes, but like my workload is so substantial. That like.
That's at least one thing that I have is like if driving to Roskilde, I didn't go that, but driving to any event anyway. Generally. I'll do the stint and I'll be like, I'm not going to think about the video now. I'm just going to enjoy myself for at least today now. Like I've done my bit. I've put in my like 4 hours of work, let's say.
I am dreading a time where, to touch chipboard if I do eventually learn to drive. Because I do really want to, because I love cars and I want to buy a car. And cars are great. And it would be a life-changing thing for me. For anyone.
Driving's great,
But I mean, I know, like, I do know. I just can't get past the test because I'm just too. When I'm on a test, I'm like, this. I'm potentially 50 minutes away from having my life entirely changed.
Yeah,
And then 2 days away from having my dream car, because my dream car's cheap as fuck. And there's nothing stopping me doing that. And I get that in my head. And it's like, and then I just start fretting. But I do dread the day when like me, Jake, and Mary go to a festival that's 5 hours away and I have to drive.
But that, I think a discussion needs to be had, because the amount of times like I mean, I don't know if you would in that situation, but I have seen personally you like editing on the way back somewhere or on your laptop.
Yeah, I'll do
whatever.
that if I'm stretched for time or if I've got like quite a deadline, I will do that. But it's never very productive. I mean, it is better than doing nothing. But you can't really refine. It's not a.
I guess, yeah. I guess.
But it is definitely better than doing nothing. There are times where I've done that for sure.
Those are times when I don't feel bad. Like, let's say we're coming back from somewhere, and like, if you're editing while I'm driving, I'm like, okay, I feel
We're both kind of moving.
Yeah,
the machine,
I feel less bad.
Val's works while we're in the van quite a lot.
I tell you what was nice: the ferry back from Grass Pop, where it was like.
Yeah, I got the full first pass of the video done on the ferry that night.
I got some actual work done. That was really nice because I think it was just like, right, we're out the festival now. It's like nice and chill on the ferry. It was lovely.
You know, I was thinking, you know how like I was just saying about like, I kind of really get in my own head if I'm doing like a driving test, which I've done like 2 or 3 of.
Yeah.
Do you know what would really sort that out? Just a few beers before. And I'm not even joking. I've not done that. And obviously, if it came down to it, that wouldn't happen. But it really would just.
It's
like last time I went to the dentist, I was like so anxious. So I just had like some shots of whiskey in my flat.
Oh, God, that's fucking mental.
He's really
self-conscious about his driving, so he needs a few before he starts driving, officer.
I'm a test officer. I'm on a test.
My dad told me, and take this with a pinch of salt, but I mean, he had no reason to make it up. But when he did his driving test, they stopped off at the pub halfway through. Like it was.
I believe that.
He was born in the 50s, and he learned to drive when he was as young as you could be, whenever that was. Like, was it still 17? But yeah, like that was.
Is it not 17 now? Or is it?
Yeah, it's 17 now, but I don't know what it was. Like
oh, right.
When he learned to drive, which would have been probably in the mid to late mid 60s, maybe.
Okay.
I remember being in the back of like one of my mum's fella's vans.
Oh, what is? Oh yeah.
Yeah. Here we
Next
go.
Step mattress.
And it was a van. It didn't have seat belts, and I was just sat in the back.
Panel van.
Yeah. Well, not a panel van, like a Transit Connect kind of vibe.
Oh, okay. So it's got windows.
No, but it's like a small. Van.
Yeah.
So it's like one of those, and it got pulled over by police, and there's like me and Scott in there. Like Scott's obviously in the seat, and I'm in back, just like I'm just literally like unsecured. Mm-hmm. And he got pulled over by police, and he literally the police said like, I'll let you off, just like make sure he sits against like the van. And like this was like must have been early 2000s, very early 2000s. I don't think it was quite late 90s, but thinking about it, it's a very early memory that I have, and I'm just there like, that is fucking mental. Like
we had the Sprinter panel van, full size long wheelbase panel van, and that just had a bench seat in the front, like a standard van.
Yeah.
So it could sit. Sometimes 4 of us would cram onto the bench when we were younger. Obviously, my dad's in the driver's seat, so we'd have 3 of us crammed onto the bench, but someone's not got a belt. And then if like
you and Mary can just share a belt.
I think that's what we did.
Yeah.
But then like if we were going, I remember us going to Carvery down Brewster's down near White Rose, and my grandma came. So I was
5 in there.
Yeah, no. So I was in the back, just in the back of the panel van, like pitch black, just like you. And I remember my dad going over the speed bumps on purpose. But then thinking about this, we say this as if it's wild. But when we moved out of Burley Road, we did that. Someone had to ride in the back of the panel van with all the furniture.
Yeah, I remember.
So
who did I?
Was it Chloe?
I don't remember, but I remember the something smashed.
I mean, he who should not be named was also rolling in the back of the panel van when we went to do the fucking the One Peak challenge.
Yeah, you know what?
Can I just say this is nonsense, right?
What's going on with you?
Getting a text saying, "No, your thing's about to." Like I'm 3 minutes away from a parking running out,
Yeah.
and every card I'm using, it's just saying declined.
What, the business card?
No, well, I've used that, but I'm using my own now.
There's no decline on our end.
Right, that's done it. I've done it on my so I did it on my personal about 7 times, and then on the 8th try, it's gone through.
Hey, I'll tell you what, our subscriber number's doing well.
On what?
On what?
The YouTube channel that we run.
It could be the
TPD
podcast one.
TV.
Oh, we've got 2, haven't we?
That's true. Well, I've only got one.
Well, depends how you look at
Yeah,
the,
I mean, I say it's doing well. Obviously,
very much an alphabet Google situation.
It is creeping, but like, it's jumping up nicely. Like, a few hundred a day, which is good for us. Mad Cool's the 3rd best performing.
Nice.
Wow.
In its first day. Like, that's one day. It's got 67,000 views.
Wow.
And sometimes I get blinded to that. Like Ross Kildare, I was like, oh, it's only 7 out of 10. 62,000
That's
views
a lot.
in a day.
Yeah.
It's pretty good for some niche content.
That's the stuff that I care about. Like the subscriber thing is like old money to me now. It's more about just.
Yeah.
I guess we're just chasing views because that's like we could have 1 million subscribers, but if we're only getting those numbers, we're only as good as that tells us. And like, you could even bot those views if the engagement isn't there. And very fortunate that it is.
We do have a fantastic ratio, like industry leading ratio.
That is also a term of reference for attractive women, isn't it?
What?
So ratio, I believe.
Is
right?
it?
I think so.
Oh, I've never heard that.
I think so.
Anyway, we've absolutely gone on a tangent here.
Do you know what? I know.
You got a touch screen laptop?
Yeah, of course I have.
God, that's bollocks.
What do you mean?
Can I see the panel?
The screen?
Yeah.
It's filthy, man.
See, that's exactly
the thing is, it's not. That's a decent looking panel. That
It's fine.
because sometimes you touch screen.
Yeah.
Does it fold into a tablet?
Yeah.
But then you're holding it with the keyboard underneath.
Oh,
and
make no mistake, that it's shite. No
Yeah.
It's
disrespect.
great. No, the
man.
keyboard turns off.
it's just.
Yeah, of course the keyboard turns off. But,
Yeah.
but it's just
Imagine if it just stayed on.
What's your beef? This is a great device, man.
what is it?
This is a Dell Latitude 9450.
I'll be seeing you this weekend. I mean, obviously we're Apple guys,
Yeah.
but I'm a firm believer of like a one device for one thing. Like I don't like the 3-in-1, the 2-in-1. When they first started getting popular was when I worked at Curry's, and I'm sure that's actually really good.
It's great. I'm really happy with it.
But my memory
It
of those
was
is like
free.
that first iteration of the
Yeah.
consumer versions
Yeah.
of that post Surface, but like
The thing is, like,
real shit machines.
I think that's been designed as a good laptop first, as they are nowadays.
Have a look.
But then it's like a tablet is like a little bonus feature, whereas before it was like trying to be something in between.
Can I tell you a secret?
It's a nice little laptop, that, Ben, to be fair.
Thank you.
It's
So
a nice soft touch. What chip is this?
i7 Ultra.
What do they
32
call it? It's not called the i7.
Or
is it?
it's like Ultra 7 or something
Ultra
now.
7. It's a nice machine. That it's well designed. It looks
Yeah.
smart. That looks like oh god, who cares? Sorry, guys. Sorry.
So no, it's great. It's I got it for work. So you can like I buy our kit at work. So I just spec'd my own laptop.
How much RAM? 32.
32.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Anyway,
It's
yeah,
so
so-
little.
You know how much RAM he's got in his
what,
machine?
128?
No, not quite.
64?
96.
Oh,
96
weird
gigs
config that.
around.
How many
Well,
sticks is that?
Well,
how
now
many,
you
how many
know
DIMMs is that?
because it's on.
Oh,
it's
in
on
the
chip.
Why?
So now you can get. I think the MacBook
What?
Pro now starts at 24
God.
gigs of RAM.
It's 24 years old.
Dude, RAM works different. on
96.
Yeah,
The thing is,
unified.
when
Did you know how hard the PS3 was to develop for? Because that bloody.
You want to talk about the
Remember
cell
it.
processor?
Yeah.
Mate,
No,
how
look.
long- how long have we
anyway, right.
when I was specking this
Go on.
small story
Oh, fuck,
with
running out of time here.
Rob, I was like, do I either get 96 gigs of RAM and 1 terabyte
Yeah.
disk space, or do I get 2 terabytes disk space and like 64 gigs of RAM? I
The
was
disk
just
space, surely.
I was like, fuck it, I'll get both. I was like,
Great.
Right. I
2 terabytes.
I've got 2 terabytes on mine,
Yeah.
and it was the best decision I could have made.
Yeah.
Like, I've got 32 gigs of RAM, which I mean it just don't stop this machine, and it's not breaking a sweat.
I think it's great that we can go like the price has come down. Hi, welcome to the One Show, everybody. It's great the memory price have come down, but 32 is fine. Man.
But memory price don't translate.
No,
over
it
into
doesn't.
these
In
machines.
fairness, no, it doesn't. But from my perspective, like I don't foresee myself going over 32 for like probably my next desktop PC upgrade. As in when there's like DDR6.
You still work on a desktop? Like, do you do
Yeah.
stuff on a desktop?
Mainly gaming. But
Okay. These are getting good at gaming, you know.
I spec this with 32.
yeah, not real gaming.
I spec this with 32, knowing I'm probably going to have it for at least 6 years. And I was like, yeah, I'm fine with 32.
How far into that are you now?
Maybe 2.5.
Okay.
The only reason that I would get a new one with something like this is if I literally need one. Like if it breaks, or if like the next iPhone only shoots ProRes 4K and like it wouldn't. So
Ben, on your point that this Mac can't do real gaming,
Mm.
this literally ran the other month. I showed you every GTA.
When
All
did
at the
when
same
did
time.
but he's like
When did
real
the
gaming
latest-
to someone like Ben is not like how much ray tracing was going on in there. How many frames
like,
were you
what was
getting?
that? What was that in the latest?
What was your ping?
That presentation they did, and they said, "Oh, it can now run Control." I mean, when did Control come out?
It's
What's that?
It's a game.
from
You
like
wouldn't
5
know.
years
It's a
ago.
game.
Yeah,
Anyway, so
go on.
the new format of these pods is these weekly pods, right? Is we have a big headline topic. That's where I
Yeah.
get my title from.
Yeah.
Short introduction, 10-minute intro, bit
Fucking
of a catch up.
long, short introduction.
We're
That,
currently 40 minutes into the intro, but I did want to just cover our topic quite quickly.
Well,
Go
we've
on.
got to do the viewer submissions as well.
We'll do that as well. This is very brief. This is very brief. Have you heard about Katy Perry?
No.
Right. So this is a great topic for three men to discuss.
Perfect.
Brilliant.
So Katy Perry has recently, she's doing a bit of a comeback.
Big talent.
Yeah. Do you know what? She looks great. As not trying to.
She
be
went
like,
through the Stone Roses door woman look for a bit with the short hair, didn't she? I didn't think that was.
Oh,
a good
she
look.
did. Hey, that's a niche reference. She looks great. As someone
I
who's
want.
not-
It looks great on the Stone Roses woman. I want to
Yeah,
make
yeah.
that very clear. I love.
if
that
you're
lass.
listening, you're doing a great job. Let us in for free. No, but so she's got. I don't even know the title of the track. She's got a song out that is with a man called Dr. Luke, who I've never heard of.
Controversial, isn't he, Dr.
Controversial
Luke? He's
guy.
the Kesha guy, isn't he?
He is the Kesha guy. So apparently, I think Kesha did something with. No, Kesha alleged he did something to her, and there was a big hoo-ha about it, big court case, and it's been like a decade, like 9-year long incident, and they've only just settled now.
Kesha filed a lawsuit against him claiming SA and
Yeah.
battery, SH, gender violence, civil
Yeah.
harassment, violation of California's laws against unfair business practice, and emotional distress.
But there's other stuff as well. Like
That's a
apparently there's
lot of
stuff
stuff.
with other people. So he's quite a controversial figure. But he's done this song with Katy Perry. And it's just really interesting because the song is really pro woman, but the video's incredibly obnoxious. I don't know if you've seen it, but
I've
it's
not.
very much made for the male gaze.
Oh, is it?
Very much
I'll
so.
have to check it out after this.
So there's a scene where she's I don't really get it. She's in like a bikini, but her legs are like robotic alien legs.
Finally.
I know, finally, just what all men want.
Don't
And it's just really
get
interesting.
that on BD.
Everyone's like kind of
You
hating on
probably
it,
do.
and people are just like, this isn't what people want. It's a very like 2010s, like early noughties, I think, idea of maybe feminism and stuff, and
I mean,
not good.
slight tangent.
Go on.
I was listening to some 2010
Yeah,
music the
who are you
other day.
listening to?
Everything, man.
It was
So
a
you-
good era, that.
You
Who's
have
it? Who's everything?
like I hate to sound like Rip Beato, like music was better back in my day, but my God, there was some absolute bangers in the 2010s, like club days. For us.
Neo, LMFAO,
Yeah.
Pitbull, Flow Rider was great.
Flow Rider. You know what? As it turns out, still a big fan of Flow Rider.
We need
Guys
to get,
doing country now.
yeah, I've
Get him on
heard
the pod.
that. We need to get him on pod, yeah. We need to get to a festival with like all that shit. You
Yeah.
know, they do that like, what's it called? That
Oceana Fest.
no. Yeah, named after a nightclub that shut down 10 years
Yeah,
ago.
yeah.
Perfect
Sorry,
marketing.
Prison Fest.
Still, that's gone into admin. What's that one that it's in America and it's got like all that shit on it? Like
No
it's
idea.
called something like Lovers and Friends or something.
Anyway, so that's it for the news segment of the podcast. That's our title sorted.
Yeah.
It's exactly called Lovers,
Lovers
and
and
Friends.
Friends,
It says
yeah.
festival cancelled.
Oh,
But
brilliant.
this has got like some of that
Oh,
energy.
yeah, look at that.
Neo, Akon, you know, I mean Snoop
That
was doing
is
shit around there.
A mental
Usher,
lineup.
Timberland, you know, Timberland was doing big stuff. Sean Paul,
I found a dress shop, Lovers and Friends.
yeah, festival
Type
cancelled.
festival,
here.
yeah.
Oh, it's the second result, not the first.
Oh, it's cancelled because of the weather.
Oh,
Oh.
really?
I mean, I say it's cancelled. It was meant to be in May.
Oh.
God, that's a strong lineup though.
It's at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway.
I would love to see
Interesting.
T-Pain.
I've seen him.
Seen him?
You've seen him.
Have I? No, I haven't.
We watched him at Stagecoach.
No, but I mean like properly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, see him again.
There's not much I'd like to see from him, to be honest.
I like
him.
Good vibe.
I've seen a few YouTube videos with him in, and I'd watch him live.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, small fun fact here. It's too late if you're listening to this on the podcast.
Yeah.
You know, it was at the York races this weekend coming. Kaiser Chiefs.
Really?
And S Club 7. Probably S Club now, aren't they, actually? Did one of
Yeah,
them
there's
drop out?
definitely not 7 of them.
Yeah.
One of them's dead
Yeah.
for us.
Well, yeah, show
One
some
of them
respect.
Passed away.
Went to the races the other day.
Yeah, seeing the horses.
Loads of them, yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
here's a question I've been wanting to ask you, Raz.
What?
What the fuck did you wear to the races?
Literally like this. It was mental.
Surprised they let you in.
Well, this was the thing. So Rach comes over to me like the day off. She's like, I don't want to go. I've got naught to wear. I was like, what the fuck do you mean? She says like, you got to dress up for the races.
Got to dress like a fuckboy, mate, if you're going to the races.
I know. Literally just Googling 2 seconds. Oh, just wear what you feel comfortable in. It says.
For something
yeah.
like what you went to, yeah.
But fuck them. But like it literally
fuck 'em.
says on the website, dress to feel your best. Like brilliant. I'm
I have
going
to
in
wear
there.
my leather North Face in this heat.
So I just went
Dressing
like
gown.
as I was. And like I think the races is something that we should all experience because
Yeah.
it's mental.
Is there a vid in it?
Maybe if we did like a weekend like that, or did like a typical like bit cringe lads weekend, like a day at the races, a day doing something else, and a day doing something else. Like there might be a video.
Those something else's are really putting the
Yeah,
work
they're
in.
doing
Well,
that heavy lifting out of it.
I'm delivering a third of the video there. What more? do you
Here's a
want?
good video idea for in the winter. How about like some kind of challenge? What do you think about that as an idea?
We go somewhere. I don't drive.
You sound like Chucky.
Me?
Yeah, some kind of challenge,
Canoes.
and then he just freestyles it and just makes it
Spending
up on
too
the
much
spot,
time
and then
with
he
that
go,
boy.
"Yeah, sick. Are there any rules to this challenge?" Yeah, but they're long and convoluted, and I just make up on the spot.
Brilliant.
Yep, sounds about right.
God.
I'd love to do a challenge. It is something I want to arrange. Seeing as how we've gone off the rails.
I'll check out the Katy Perry vid. Maybe we should have all watched it before we went on.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, I also should probably do the agenda like more than just the day before.
Why don't you put the agenda in the calendar invite? Because that's what people usually put the
Literally what
agenda.
it- Oh yeah.
what it
So
is.
instead of a doc,
Yeah.
put it in the description. Then you can just see it plain text in there,
Ooh,
baby.
maybe. I'll
I don't need a terms of reference or anything. Like
I'll play with that.
just pop a few
I'll
bullet
play with
points,
that.
so I can accept or decline the meeting.
It's because I moved it and it doesn't matter. Who cares? Anyway, I want to sort out.
Preach. Who cares?
I want to sort out our next live stream.
Yeah.
I think we need to.
A live stream.
Yeah, we're going to do a live stream on the pod channel.
Think of the money.
No, it's not about the money.
No, I know it's not about
It's
the
not
money.
about
That's
the
what I'm
money.
saying. I said don't.
Don't think about
Is
it.
it booze related? Is this,
I mean,
Does it involve?
can we
Max
expense?
Day?
Can we expense a night out in Leeds?
I think
I get it.
September maybe.
Cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
in September we've only got the Liam Gallagher Malta weekender, which we need to sort out. But
Oh God,
that will be sick.
I'm so glad that my annual leave is now at capacity.
That will be great.
Do you think?
Each to their own.
Absolutely.
You interested?
No. No, I'm not.
The thing is, it'll be great for a vid.
I'm just looking
Like,
at
I
September.
wouldn't go if we weren't making a vid, obviously.
There's still
Yeah.
dark fruits in Malta.
They will do for that weekend. I think it's the Cortinas and all. They've got a new single that's meant to be shit. Liam Gallagher and Friends Malta Weekender. Whoever runs this, hit us up, man. You should have started us at the Bring Me
It's
one.
not a It was the one who did the Bring Me one.
I think they went bust.
Yeah.
Look at this, Liam. Oh, Blossoms.
Oh, nice.
Yo, what up, Blossoms? How's it going?
Yeah.
Do me a favor, sling us on the list times
So,
4.
one second. Liam Frey. Who's that?
The lead singer of a little band that you may have heard of called the Cortinas, baby.
So they couldn't get the Cortinas, but they got him.
Because the Cortinas probably too big.
Right. Right. What does he do?
Do you know what this lineup's missing?
What?
Bit of the ratings.
Yeah. Liam Gallagher live headline show. Yeah, I should think so.
Full scale production.
Full
No shit.
Yeah. Pool party.
As opposed to what though? Like semi-scale production.
So is he doing 2 shows? Because the thing with the Bring Me one was it was 2 shows, wasn't it? Seems like he's just doing
This is-
1 show.
Oh,
Do you know what though? Looks great. Send us out there, guys, and we'll probably have a good time.
I'd like to go to Malta, but not for some shit like that. Seems like a nice
Yeah.
place.
Oh, I have 0 interest in going anywhere unless it's for some shit.
Some expensed.
Yeah, that's what
based.
you've
I
got.
mean, that helps that I need to.
You've got not to afford.
I got not to afford. But I honestly can't think of out worse. Like Val's, good for him. He's off to Greece. He's gonna have a great time. He's
Just
gonna,
for now.
He's gonna love it. Just as literally a holiday. And I ain't
It's
got
not what
any.
he's getting paid for.
I ain't got out bad to say about that. Like honestly, enjoy it.
Yeah, have a
Personally,
great time.
I couldn't think of out worse.
Sounds
than that.
boring. If I don't do something performative, what am I doing?
Right?
So anyway, yeah, Centurion, we're thinking.
For fuck's sake.
Centurion 7. It'll be.
Oh God.
Don't know, maybe unless you got any ideas, mate, let us know. Or comment down below if anyone's got any ideas.
Well, speaking of people interacting with us,
Go on.
has anyone interacted with us?
I was getting to it, man.
Sorry, mate.
You're there talking about Malta.
I'm just
What
trying to
about the if we have time stuff?
Nah, I can't bothered.
All right. Okay.
Um,
I guess we'll never know.
No, let's talk about that.
Do you want it? No,
Yeah.
we don't have time.
Do we actually not?
We actually don't have time. No, yeah, I tried the Katy Perry stuff. You weren't interested. I'm moving on.
Oh, I don't have anything to tell you about the Katy Perry
It's
video
all
that
right.
I've not watched and not heard the song.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. We're going to move on. We've got time. No, we've not got time to move on to that thing. I said we've not got time about. We've got time for this, though. Podcast at tpd.tv.
Yeah. Have we had some people email in?
We've had some people emailing. So,
we had 2 people emailing. Is that the
no,
deal?
more than 2 people,
Okay.
but I've selected
Oh,
2.
by the way,
We're never going to get around to this. We're on a
no,
strict agenda,
this will
mate.
be a really quick one.
Go on.
You need some security training, my boy.
Why?
What did you do the other day?
Oh, what did I do?
You sent me an email
Yeah,
from a sponsor,
I did.
but it wasn't from a sponsor, was it, Ben? Did you check the domain name before forwarding that email?
No,
No.
I just saw it and went. Boop.
Yeah, you thought that's Raz
Yeah,
that.
but it hit the security net.
People out there who aren't in our position, who don't get sponsor emails, you wouldn't believe how many spam sponsor emails you get.
It's really annoying.
Everyone is trying to con you.
And
Hello, good sir, YouTube
Yeah.
channel. I am from
To be fair, I saw the
McAfee
feed and I was like,
Internet
that's definitely
Security.
wrong.
you know, it wouldn't be so bad if they were half decent. Like it's just always the terrible English.
One of them was good. One
Yeah,
of them we thought
one-
G Fuel wanted to work with us.
Oh,
and we were
really?
like,
Yeah, and it came like from what looks to be a G Fuel email address. Like I was like, brilliant. Okay, like yeah, I'll entertain this.
Yeah.
It was only upon like engaging with it and they asked to like, oh, got this link, which again was a legit link.
Yeah.
I don't know how the fuck they did it, but
Clever, innit?
You can mask
you
the
know,
link, can't you?
Yeah, but you know where they failed.
What?
So I went to like go to this link. It downloaded something zip file. I thought, right, okay, let's have a look. I opened it up, zip file, a little executable file in there.
Mac user, don't matter.
Mac user,
Cheeky,
fuck
man.
you, man.
They'll often try and like sometimes I used to just engage with them, just see like how would they planning on scamming me?
Yeah.
How are they gonna get? And they'll send a PDF and it'll have like
Something
their
in it.
It'll
We'll have
have
a
like
macro.
their not even that.
Oh,
They'll
okay.
send a PDF with a brief on, and it's like click here to accept, and you click there, it takes you to a link, it takes you
Yeah.
to a phishing YouTube login because their end game is to reroute your AdSense into their account.
Someone lost the channel, didn't they?
LTT.
Shit, it was, yeah.
Yeah.
It was LTT. She's just mad.
It's good to know that like
Absolutely mad.
YouTube would sort that for you, even at our size. Like I'm
Yeah.
certain
Would they?
YouTube. Yeah,
I think so.
absolutely.
Mm.
I'm certain they would.
It's mad that.
I don't think they would like LTT's got to have like a direct line.
They
into-
will.
into-
They will
into
have. They
YouTube.
will have
They-
an individual YouTube partner.
Ju-
that
I
works
reckon
just with
Susan's
them.
still around just for them.
like they've got a phone number that they can call and go,
Oh,
we need this sorting immediately.
Yeah.
Oh, can I say something else? I know we're on the agenda, but it's interesting.
Agenda's fucked, man.
Bro, I've got interesting things to say.
Yeah, go on then.
So, me and Raz got approached
New
by,
York.
by
I got so much shit to say.
I got. Let me
Sorry.
say my shit. We got approached by like a YouTube like dedicated channel manager.
Oh yeah.
We're like, oh, great.
Recently or a while ago.
No, this was like maybe a year to
Yeah,
18 months
okay,
ago.
yeah, because
And we were like, oh, cool. You know, that's great. I can ask him, why is my video demonetized, or legitimate questions about like not
Oh
like
my
how
God, yeah.
do I beat the algorithm, but like anything helpful.
Yeah.
Am I allowed to have a sponsorship with an alcohol product? Was one of the questions.
Mm.
Yeah.
Went on a call with this fella, lovely guy, of course. But like I was like on a train on the call. Like I'd really kind of put in the effort to get on this call, and the call was just like, have you thought about making shorts? Have you thought about
Doing some
utilizing the super
lives.
chats? and
Yeah,
doing the
super chats
lives?
and live
I
streaming.
hate that.
It's like, what about members? It's like, yeah, we use Patreon. Can you tell me about these questions I've got? Not really.
I'll
was
get
kind of
I'll get back to
disappointed.
you on those. You won't. No, you won't.
That's a real shame when it's happened to me in my professional life where you've asked a question because you've exhausted all your options, but the person who's they're just telling you like just the bog
Yeah.
standard. They've clearly just looked at the screen and said, "Have you tried this
Yeah.
button that
Yeah,
says
yeah,
fix
yeah,
this?"
yeah.
It's like,
On this subject, that Doug video was great recently, wasn't it? About him talking about just YouTube.
Yeah,
Like it's really good.
oh, I still need to watch that.
it's basically about car YouTube,
Mm.
and it's like he's saying what I'm surprised he made the video because it's so obvious what he's saying in there. But it's like the reason these people are leaving these big channels is because they're the talent. Why would they be an employee of a media company
Absolutely,
when they
yeah.
can just do it themselves? And
Absolutely.
like, of course, like key person risk, innit?
I just loved hearing like
It
Call
is.
it in some here.
Absolutely.
But why would they not? Like, Sean Evans could leave First We Feast and create a whatever, and I'm going to go and watch that. And I'm going to watch the
So-
Donut Guys and all this shit.
It's interesting about Sean. Yes, he could go out and create whatever and probably gain the audience. But my question would be, could he get the bookings? I don't know if he could.
Yeah, probably not.
Like you
Yeah,
ain't getting some of the names
Yeah,
they get
that's-
now.
to get through to somebody's like
Yeah,
so
the
it's like a
rock
PR
on there, yeah.
person.
I do
You've got to send an
wonder-
email from your unknown domain.
Mm.
Like,
Okay,
who
I
is
was about
this
this.
fucker?
Amelia Diamondelberg, she's literally independent. She had scissor
But she started independent.
Yeah, I don't know.
She's
on.
old.
Yeah, but it's possible. Isn't
it
it?
is possible, and
Yeah.
it's really. I mean that was a great video. That was great.
H3. Any big podcast. Jack's
So
had
the-
Ricky on twice.
Podcast could maybe go out. Like a podcast host could go out. On their
They could,
own.
yeah, they could.
I tell you what was good though. Hearing Doug say like Matt Watson.
Yeah, that was.
I was like,
Oh,
Doug-
really?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I'm gonna I might
They've
watch
met
that
before.
tonight.
There's
Have the-
pictures of them together.
But the thing is
That's
like Matt
cool,
Watson
man.
though is like
Matt
he
Watson's less of a good example there because
Yeah.
he's a big shareholder in Carwow anyway.
okay.
I don't know. Yeah, it's interesting actually because I know it must have been that video where Sean was like, he said like I'm happier now, or that
That was
like,
on the
they made me
H3
significantly
podcast,
happy.
yeah.
That was it, wasn't it? So it's like he's obviously been well funded, and I think the that vid we're on about mentioned maybe revenue share and stuff. I know Matt Watson has done a great deal by the sounds of it.
Someone like me, I would definitely be like, why am I working for someone
Yeah.
when I could do it myself? But like, some people don't want to edit the video, and some people
Absolutely.
just want to rock up, present, be the star.
Yeah.
They say it on that Colin and Samir vid.
Yeah.
But do you want to be the star player and the business owner, or just the star player, and you're still a millionaire?
The
and
thing
you're
is,
still set for life.
I think once you link to the revenue, that's your cap, unless you want to be the business owner. I would say.
As the business owner of Hot Twos, a similar show to Sean Evans,
Very similar.
I was thinking about breaking away from that intellectual property and just doing my own chicken related.
Yeah.
Hot Twos was great, man.
It was great. I really
Maybe
enjoyed
we'll
it.
do those other ones. in
Can
the
we?
off-season.
I
I've literally got you.
literally,
I've got the questions already printed out.
I literally just want to try the sauces.
Yeah.
I haven't
Hey,
tried
let's
them
get
yet.
him out.
Let's get it back on the.
Let us know in the where's the camera? Let us know in the comments if you want me to do the last 3 members of Hot Twos.
God, that's a lot of setup involved for 3 videos.
But it's worth it if the gang out there want it.
And it's the off season, isn't it? What else are you doing?
It's the
That's
off
true.
season.
Wanking.
It's the off season.
It's the off
Yeah.
season. Well, I'll
They'll,
tell you what
they'll
I'm
have
doing
any
in the
old shit
off-season.
in the off season.
I'll tell you what I'm doing in off season because I've started making a list.
God, hurry up.
Oh, here we go. Go
Wait,
on.
how long's the list?
Red Dead 2, Last of Us 1 and 2, Uncharted 1, 2, 3 and 4, watch Lost, watch Entourage.
Nice. Well,
Anyone been in touch with us?
speaking of the off season, it's very much the on season for the podcast channel because we've got loads of stuff lined up.
It's always the on season for the podcast channel.
Yeah,
well, not when Danny White's on the hell.
yeah, maybe.
Just kidding, Dan. Just joking.
Um,
that was just a joke.
Maybe here's a podcast idea.
Go
Maybe
on.
we should interview Dan,
Yeah,
like
I'm already-
about the podcast. And like,
I'm
what-
not being on that one.
Well, I'm already
do you
interviewing one
think you-
person in the near future.
God,
So
I'm going
that's
to
some,
shut up actually about the podcast.
God, I'm just not going to bother with agendas anymore. Sick of them.
Sorry, mate.
No, it's
The
all
thing,
right.
do you know what?
I'm only
The thing with
joking.
the podcast is, this is how you can tell when I'm enjoying one.
This
when
is
we
good
just
content,
riff and
though. I
talk
think,
about
and actually,
whatever.
people like the inside stuff. That's why I was bringing up like the live streams because people like it when we talk about
Like what we're
what
thinking
we're
about
thinking,
doing.
what we're
Politics.
thinking about doing. Yeah,
Biden dropped out,
he did. Yeah,
just
Yeah.
like me at uni.
Sleepy Joe
And you.
dropped out, and me.
Yeah.
I dropped out second year.
Yeah,
Second year?
same.
Oh, twins. Nice.
I
Yeah.
completed my course. It was very
We're
good.
all sat
All
on
right,
the-
nerd.
we're sat on the same £80
I know.
sofa.
Hey, we can all finish, mate.
We
Going
certainly
out
can.
early
Yeah.
takes a brave man.
Has anyone emailed us, by the way?
How many times do you know? Ask me, yeah, shall we do some emails?
Yeah, I love the emails.
Yeah. Do you remember when I said the email just like half an hour ago?
Yeah.
What was it again? Podcast at
Podcast
tpd.tv.
at tbd.tv. Yeah, so we've got a couple of emails. And
The thing is
also-
about emails,
Oh,
right?
right. The protocols. Yeah, so we recently set up an inbox.
You ever played
podcast.
Eve Online? I was watching a video about Eve Online. It's a 6-hour one, so I'm only about an hour in. Seems interesting.
Yeah, how was that first hour?
Good. It's from Down the Rabbit Hole, Frederick Knudsen, if you know the channel.
Is
Oh,
that the
dear.
first procedurally generated?
It's not procedural, no, but it's. Has anyone sent us an email? Podcast at tpd.tv.
God, I only thought it'd be easy to get these down to like an hour.
Do we have an auto reply on podcast at CPD?
No, do you want one?
I mean,
What should
I'd
it
have
be?
to set it up. I think.
What's the runtime now?
An hour, 2 minutes.
Perfect. Let's do them and then fuck off. You're welcome.
So we've got some emails in.
Right, go on. Why do we have emails, Ben?
Podcast at tbd.tv.
But why have they emailed us?
Why have they emailed us?
Yeah, have you
Well,
asked them something? Oh,
We want your festival stories
right.
or your
I've
embarrassing
got loads
stuff.
of them, mate. They're all online, like hour-long
I'm
videos.
sick of your... You can't come again.
Oh, I can.
Kinky.
So we got an email from Stuart.
Stuart.
Yeah,
Thank you,
Big
Stuart.
Stu.
Stuart.
Well, he could... Stuart starts strong.
Stuart.
Yeah.
If anything,
Oh, Stuart.
I'd say you're very confident here.
Stuart.
So that was
I reference
That's
that
how
guy
it's
at least like once every other day.
I had an uncle called Stuart who tried climbing into a
Look, if
swimming
you wanna
pool,
talk, send
fell
an
off,
email-
fell
send
off
an
a tree
email
and
in.
it branch went up his ass.
send an
And the
email
doctor
if you wanted
said,
to say.
I'd have believed him had there not been a condom on the branch.
Stuart. What's Stuart said?
So Stuart's emailed in. Started off strong. What up, homies?
What up, Stu?
Hey,
He goes, Stu or SMTV here.
Oh, we've met.
Have you?
Yeah, nice guy.
Stu.
Okay.
Yeah. Stuart.
Stuart. Stuart.
He goes,
Stuart.
Stuart.
shall I leave and come back in like half an hour?
Please stay.
What better story to tell than my first experience of Download Festival at the ripe age of 17 in 2012?
That is ripe.
Download Festival's 10-year
I
anniversary.
don't know what I meant by that.
What does that mean? Whenever people ask what's the
I
one
had a
memory...
banana the other day and it was
Oh
too
my
ripe. It was horrible, man. It was like powder.
I bought Nancy a banana and it was like it was like I'd just given her the world. 28 pence from Tesco.
Bananas are cheap, Alex.
They're
Bananas
shit,
are
man.
cheap.
You never catch me eating a banana.
Think about banana. The thing that's
Banana
good
to
about...
mouth, never mouth to banana.
Feels more like you're eating a banana than a banana in the mouth. What else is Stuart?
Yeah, carry on.
I
Sorry.
like that they've got their own packaging.
Mm.
I appreciate that
Yeah.
in a fruit.
And they're nice and handheld. Not that
That's what I
nice,
hate
though.
about apples having to mount them.
Have you mounted a grape before? It's really
This
hard.
apple's got a great panel on it. Whenever people ask what the one memory I have of download in particular, I just can't shake this one.
2012, yeah? 17.
2012, 10-year
Nice.
anniversary, 17. Stu. Big
Stuart.
Myself and two mates were doing our very
Ooh, two mates.
download, but lagging or tagging. I thought it was like a computer thing.
Lagging.
Tagging along with one of the mates'
ping.
brothers' group. They must have been like 25 at the time. We arrived a little later than some, so there's a lot of setup here. So they had already set up, so introductions were in order. Hey, I'm Stu. Nice to meet you. All right, Stu. Parker, nice to meet you, man. Sup, dude. Dale. Fuck Dale, man. Sup, dude.
Doesn't go around Bridie. He will.
Daryl will be out in a sec, just in his tent.
Cheeky Daryl. If I know Daryl, he's up to
What's
some
he up
mischief
to?
in there.
What's Daryl's producing something?
Does
Daz a content creator.
Now, be careful around Daryl because he's a bit unhinged.
Crazy.
Oh, he's a bit
Oh, he
wild.
says some things that are quite out there, but you let him off because it's Daryl.
Hey, he's not really racist. He's just not from the same time as us. Dazza, hey Dazza, get out your tent. Stu's here. Okay.
Anyway, what's Daryl the racist saying? Come on.
Libel.
Enter Daryl.
Do I have to?
Let's all have a guess. What did Daryl say as his first? What's he done? What's he saying as his first introduction to the group? What you thinking? He's been in his tent, been in there a while.
He's just shit his pants.
Maybe.
It's going to be something to do with shitting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
Enter Daryl.
Well,
Just-
not if he's shitting.
Just did a shit.
Yeah.
Shows his pride and joy hanging in a blue bag, like he'd just got a few tinnies from the shop, before swinging it like an Australian bushman and releasing it to fly gracefully over camp. Whoever received it, I truly feel sorry for. Not even 5 minutes into my first ever festival experience, must have meant something. Still going strong 11 years later. And then there's a follow-up. So basically, this crazy man slung shit across a field.
It just was the done thing. I mean, I haven't done
Was
it.
it the
but
done thing?
But stuff
Yeah,
like
I've
that
never shit
was
in a bag
like,
and thrown it.
I haven't either. But someone who's in our videos,
Mm.
a beloved member, let's
Really?
call him, let's keep him anonymous.
Go
We'll
on.
say Matt B. That's too obvious.
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
M. Bridie.
Yeah.
He's literally done that on camera before. Like times,
It li-
festivals
it li-
used
yeah.
to be
He needs to
like,
think about himself.
festivals used to be like
Fucking
that.
grim. They used to
They
be
did.
absolutely
Do you
grim.
remember
and
all the rubbish on the floor at Leeds Fest?
Yeah.
I've been
Yeah,
looking
I
through some
do, to be
archive footage
fair.
literally this afternoon to get a clip.
Yeah, yeah.
And it looks like
Yeah, it's bad.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you know, you think, ooh, the Portaloos are really bad. Ooh, they stink. Have you tried?
Daryl's
Going-
shit in your face
Have
through a
you
bag.
tried?
Airborne. Mark
There's
3
a,
through
there's a UFS flying up. Have you tried going to a festival where literally the only toilets available are all long drops? Because they used to exist.
Fuck the long drops, man. I remember I used to buy off, I don't know, like Blacks or something. Other camping shops are available. Get in touch.
Don't say it.
Right.
Buying the like paper toilet seat covers
I remember you
and just
taking them.
Oh,
layering them on
that's
the long
such a
drops.
Ben
This
Phillips
guy came
product.
to Kendall with a plastic wallet for his documentation.
Oh yeah, I did.
Yeah.
And that wasn't even that long ago.
No, that wasn't Kendall.
Imagine
that was like,
Daryl's shit in that
was
plastic
like
wallet.
Leeds, I
Oh.
think.
Was it?
That was like an early. My dad just gave me like a wallet.
My
for
friend from
documents.
uni, Milky, messaged me the other day saying, "Am I going to Kendall this year?" And he's like, "Oh, I'm going." And I was like, "Oh,
that is a shame.
I would
I'd
have
like to see
loved to."
Mm,
'Cause we always say nice things about Kendall.
I like Kendall a lot.
Yeah,
I
but we love Kendall.
Very
Love
much miss it.
Kendall.
And the thing is, there's a good amount of people that I like going to Kendall this year as well,
Yeah.
and we can't link up with them because we're not there.
Anyway, got
Do
another.
we have any more stories?
Thanks for emailing.
Thanks, Stu.
Stu.
Oh, sorry. And Stu said we've not really got time. What's the one memory you guys have from your first ever festival?
No, we don't have time.
We
So
don't really have time. Can you say it in a sentence?
Failing at Guitar Hero World Tour on stage
Nice.
in front of 100 people because
That's,
my
Did you say favourite?
my
What
guitarist
sentence?
failed.
First ever. First ever. Was that from your first ever?
Yeah,
Okay, cool. Loser.
Was that 2009?
sure was, mate.
Yeah, so mine would be 2010. Fuck me, what's the first
don't
thing I
really
remember at
remember.
Leeds Fest 2010?
It's not saying what's the first thing. It's what's your favourite thing from your
To be
first
fair, it says, what's
Ah.
the one memory you guys have from your first ever festival?
96 gig.
I don't remember.
Leeds
So you
Fest
got to
2010. I just didn't eat on the Wednesday. Drank a reasonable amount, apparently. Woke up Thursday, just feeling like shit, shivering. My dad, no, sorry. I didn't eat Wednesday or Thursday, and obviously just drunk because I was literally 18, couldn't afford to buy anything, just booze. Went home Friday morning, feeling like shit. My dad bought me a Subway, sorted me out. I was back there for Pendulum, sorted me out.
Nice.
Big up, Glenn.
Yep.
Been doing the Lord's work for a long time.
That course I waded through that fucking mud.
It was a nice Corsa he had as well.
Yeah, you know what?
One of the
The
nicest I've ever
the
seen.
Mark II courses were
Gorgeous
nice.
cars. What are you saying, Ben? Leeds
I-
2010.
Do you know what? I probably,
Yeah,
I guess
Leeds,
just,
Leeds 2010.
well, it's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
whatever my first one was.
That
which,
was his first one.
I
telling
just,
you.
all I remember is like queuing up to get my my wristband.
We saw
The guest
Pendulum
wristband.
together.
We saw
outside the tent.
Pendulum outside the tent. I think, I don't know, I don't really remember the details much, just being in a field for a week.
I mean, it was
Oh.
14
Yeah,
years
exactly.
ago.
It's
And
just
I
ages
tell
ago,
you-
wasn't it?
What? When I went to go see Pendulum, you guys, we weren't as connected as we all are now. So all I could do is go to the campsite, drop off like whatever I needed to, and go straight to Pendulum, where I could only assume everyone was, because I couldn't message you. I think
Mm.
you know we were all on text and they weren't really working. Just look at the draw.
Mm.
I spotted Steve Parker, and me and him went like as far in as we could to see Pendulum, and we had a great time.
Good times.
I like
Nice
Pendulum,
lad
man.
is Steve.
Yeah. So I recently
Quick answer.
go on,
This is from David John.
David.
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 He goes,
David.
"Hi guys and girl.
David.
What festival?"
Who's that? Who's he getting on at there?
Hey, don't worry about it. What do you mean?
Well, who's
He's
he
just-
dissing? It's three lads here.
Yeah, but he's doing the squad, isn't he?
Hey, thanks for emailing in, David.
Thanks for including everyone.
Could you say folks?
I say folks, but then
I
that
said
sound,
folks.
sound cringe.
I said
sometimes.
team on Facebook the other day.
Team's fine.
Do you reckon?
Yeah. Gang.
Gang.
Homies is a good one.
I don't want to be too. I mean, I don't want to
Not a
blur
word.
the boundary.
Mm.
In that was a Sam Pelly squad announcement. I want it to be formal.
Yeah.
I want to be stood in my ivory tower saying, "Team, this is what we're doing."
Yeah, yeah.
At least you didn't say y'all.
Anyone that says y'all that's not American, I
Yeah.
lose interest
Yep.
instantly. What's David
Anyway.
said to us? Thank you again, David. for
What
emailing.
festival has had the best / worst or weirdest tasting refillable water? Do you even
That's
have
a
is
great question.
that like a Dan question?
Oh, I can
Do you
say
guys have refillable water?
Where was it really chalky and bad?
trees.
Was it trees?
Yeah.
Don't think the one I'm thinking is trees.
I recall trees having some bad water once. This was many years ago. So
There was one place where it tasted like chalk. It must have been trees then.
yeah.
We got the sauna now at 2,000 trees
Have there?
for VIP.
Where's the best water?
Whoa, that
Grass-
wasn't. You
grass
have to
pot
email
water was
in,
good.
mate, to ask that.
No, he said where's the best / worst?
Mm.
Did he?
Grass pot water was good.
Like, I've closed the email.
Was the Glasgow water pretty shit, if memory serves?
Too organic that water, I reckon, mate.
I'll tell you where was the really bad water. Fucking hell!
Rock for people.
It was in a bottle.
Rock for
Is
people.
that the one I'm thinking
yeah,
of?
yeah. It
Yeah,
was
so
like
it's bottled water, but out there, like water's not what you think it is. It's
Oh,
got like
okay.
shit in it. Like
Excellent.
I
Like,
reckon
it's like
Darren-
extra
Darren's
Daryl's
been
mineral.
been about, yeah.
it was like extra mineral water.
Yeah,
so like,
like-
whatever
Oh.
you're thinking of mineral water, times that by like 10 times the minerals.
I've not got a base like level.
Yeah,
of-
I know, because you
I
just drink
can't just
mineral
think
water and
it-
you go,
I just-
"Ooh, it tastes like
I
water."
just drink that water.
dumb.
yeah.
just tastes like salt water, man.
Oh, really?
It was
No,
fucking
it
disgusting.
wasn't
Yucky.
like salt water. It was like
Mine was.
it's something that you can only describe if you've had it.
Great.
It's-
Well, I've had it, and I'm describing it as like
not describe
salt
it. It's something you only know if you've had it.
Yeah, you had to be there.
You should try it. You'd hate it.
Hey, head over to Rock for People, one of the best festivals we've ever been to.
Yeah.
Try
yeah.
the water. It's awful.
the
Anyway,
only
back-
reason that we know about that, by the way, is because we came back to the tent one night, absolutely rat-assed, and we needed some water. So we just like tried to sneak under this metal framing, you know, the metal
Scaffolding.
scaffolding. Yeah.
Yeah.
We just tried to like rag it underneath there. We did successfully, by the way.
Yeah.
But you know, karma is a wonderful thing.
It really is.
Yeah.
And we didn't steal any drinks ever again
Yeah.
from anywhere.
Lesson
And
learned, yeah.
especially not any disco carnival.
That's true. And especially not anywhere that makes Subway sandwiches.
Underground sandwich. So inbox done. That's that bit of admin done. Next bit of admin.
Oh, I love it. I love a cleaning box.
Next bit of admin. So I put a post in the Facebook group, Sam Pelly Squad.
Oh,
Check
yeah.
it out. I'm thinking I might put it on the Reddit as well. Reddit.
People on Reddit are really nice, aren't they?
Yeah. Lovely people.
Well, I
on
like
Reddit.
Reddit,
Yeah.
and I think it's just.
I don't know what I like more. Either
on.
being accused indirectly of war crimes or being reminded that I hate all of our fans who put us in this lovely position.
I always find
I don't know which one of them people I prefer more. I love Reddit. Hey, good for porn though.
Yeah. And
I
other
always
stuff.
find the people on Reddit to be as pleasant as an injection. You know when you
Really?
Well, Ben's over here buying injections for fun.
Yeah.
No, he's
You guys,
the opposite of an
you guys
injection.
don't get it, man.
Outjection?
Yep, if you
We've
want.
got a Reddit community, which is a wonderful thing.
No
It
disrespect
is
to the
what you make
people.
of
Obviously,
it.
I'm taking the piss.
Yeah,
obviously.
just be nice.
Of
If you're
course, I love the
anonymous,
people on Reddit.
why not just be nice and that word?
Do you remember formspring.me?
Yeah.
So you could ask for any of you out there. There's an equivalent now, and it's basically ask anonymous questions.
I need to stop holding
Yeah.
this.
And I would, back in like, they started coming up on my memories from like 15 years ago now on Facebook. And there's ones where it's like anonymous question, and it's like, you know, what's your favorite Megadeth lyric? And I'll respond like, nice one, Scott. It's hello me, meet the real me, or some shit like that. But there's ones where I specifically asked myself the anonymous question to like get at like my ex. So it's like, when did
Right,
you last
yeah.
have sex? And
Yeah,
and then I'll answer it
Now, I'm
like
doing it now.
Friday, and it's like knowing she'll see that. It's so cringe. What's Reddit saying?
They're actually going through your form spring. They found it on the internet wayback machine.
We're not.
He's checking now.
I've checked, mate.
We've-
Believe me.
Can't be bothered anymore, boys. So we've got. I put a post on Facebook, right?
When did you
asking
last have sex?
for community. What was I asking for? I was asking for stories off Facebook, right? I've just totally lost the plot. Anyway, like 30 people reacted. I'm going to speak to the camera. Stop reacting. I'm glad you like my post, but I can't say a react on the podcast. I can't be like, oh, John Doe liked it. Don't. 5 people
I
responded
would
with comments.
only entertain responses to the email
Why?
because I think that weeds out the good from
The bollocks.
yeah.
I think there's a space for filtered Facebook. So I've done a bit of looking about at other
Oh yeah.
Right.
other podcasts.
Yeah.
And there's a podcast with a very similar setup to us.
Oh yeah.
Oh, they got loads of light bleed.
Yes.
It looks good now.
great now. But they do both. And WhatsApp. But I can't be asked doing WhatsApp.
Well, I was going to say, what about like an Insta story thing? But I'll just.
You just end up with
Ultimate-
10,000 responses.
Yeah, it's just
And a load of.
I'm all about
bollocks.
limiting admin. And I've got 2 avenues and that's
Yeah.
enough for me. But anyway, I'm gonna say these 2, then I'm gonna close my laptop. So we got one from Brad where he goes, Ready in 2014.
Brad.
Most shameful moment was shitting in a pot noodle cup in camp.
Oh,
I've
that
heard
is a
that.
Bombay bad
Which
boy
is-
if I've ever heard
It's
of it.
an
I've sort of
absolute
heard
bad
that
one,
before,
isn't it?
though. Like,
You what?
I've sort of heard that before, I swear.
I mean,
Bombay Brad boy.
nice.
It writes itself, mate.
Anyway, next, Teresa. When this is
Surname beginning with an S.
yeah.
Nice, nice lass. Always showing us love.
When I did my first camping festival, the first night there, someone's tent was robbed at knife point directly behind mine. and it put me on edge. I imagine it would.
Yeah.
I imagine that would put you on edge.
On the edge of the knife, someone say.
When I was looking through the archive for the clips for the video, for the Beat Herder videos that I needed from Leeds 2015, we're actually talking near the end of there about our only experience getting robbed at a fest. And it sucked for them who did.
Yeah.
Sorry to hear that. That's not good.
It's not good.
Did you? Were you not part of
I didn't get robbed, no.
Yeah.
They took like Danny's speaker, didn't they?
that?
And then there's some random lad that we like interviewed, and he got like really robbed. I think they like took his tent.
That is really literally the roof. The roof over your head.
Those days were wild because that was the same year that I woke up like the following morning, like from the Monday morning, and like the back of my tent was up like
Someone burnt a smiley face into the back of your tent.
Yeah.
Didn't
and it's fucking wild. Like the idea of somebody like setting a light
Yeah.
to my tent and just like that could have gone up in like
No
flames.
health
And
or safety.
Yeah.
No health and safety assessment.
Yeah, like
Must have been from Hare Hills. Hare Hills?
Yeah, hey, here's a joke I've seen
Chapel
too
Town?
much of. Who's spoken to the Kaiser Chiefs about this?
Nah. I thank you.
they'd have seen it coming, eh?
Speaking of the Kaiser Chiefs, we'll see them next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, we will.
Fucking can't wait.
Yep.
Let's get down there in good time.
After I finish work.
Yep.
Who's driving?
Raz.
Me.
I
But
checked that out.
so it's
Raz
like-
can work from his watch, mate. This guy could work from his
I-
haptic feedback.
I'm so
Taps
efficient.
roof of watch. This
I'm
man.
so efficient at my job. But I
Yeah.
was working on Friday at like 8 p.m. So, you know, you got to take the good with the bad.
Yeah.
Fuck
But
that.
but this one, it's only in fucking Derby.
Oh.
Or like just north of Derby. So I'm like, fuck it, piss that. No problem.
Here's a question for you
Go on.
as we
Here's an answer.
end. How many cups of tea do you have in a day?
0,
0. Don't fuck
Zero?
With yeah, I don't fuck with a cup of tea.
How many coffees?
1 or 2.
Yeah,
But
1 or 2.
I go out to get it.
Yeah, I do.
I love
I've
tea,
got
mate.
a
I
real
love
issue with tea at the moment. I'm having loads.
I love it. If it was a bit cooler in here,
Mm.
and Jake Varley was here making them for me,
Yeah,
because he makes a great cup of tea.
yeah.
My issue is I don't have the discipline with the milk. I just
What does
let
that
the
mean?
milk go off.
All right, okay.
And
Even the small milk.
what about powdered milk? You ever tried it?
Oh, that's
Yeah, it's awful. It's
sounds
powdered
good.
milk.
I clean
But I don't mind UHT.
Really?
I was saying to Jake, I might buy a load of those little hotel milk
Yeah.
pots
Yeah.
and just use them.
You just
'Cause,
need a little.
mate, I buy the
little
little one and
Just go
80% of it gets thrown away.
Yeah.
And I hate waste because people are starving in this world. Speaking of which, what should I have for tea?
I hate tea, you know. Can't get on with it. If you pass me a cup of tea, mate, the
I've
only
had-
thing I'd pour it straight on the floor and I'd start spilling it.
Like a toddler who's not got his
I've
favorite
had three
sippy cup.
coffees and 3 teas
Bitching about
today.
you all. That's the joke.
Like before I got here. That's just.
Oh, he means spilling the tea.
All right. Yeah.
Sorry, I went over
Right.
my head. That's a
Yeah.
bit too Gen Z.
Yeah, that's a bit
Yeah.
too cool.
It's giving shut the fuck up.
Do you know?
Eagle-eyed viewers will notice me and Raz wearing the same shoes today.
Oh yeah.
Incorrect.
No, they're similar enough.
Why yours are low and cheap, mine are high and
Mine
Jordan
were
ones.
extra- Do you know how I found these? I'll tell
found
you
them?
about that.
No.
Oh, tell him about. Tell him.
I found these shoes at Roskilde.
Did you?
Yeah, so they were just at the side of the road, and they were covered in mud. But like, I'm a man who knows like how much life is left in a shoe, and they've been to 2 festivals with me since.
Wow. And
they're
they're
the
just
right
they're
size?
just someone's shoes.
They were abandoned.
Wow.
Well, I
Guy
wanted to really
doesn't. Well, he's the only man that can judge another man.
walked a mile in their shoes.
So we started out this pod.
Yeah.
Let's try and keep it to an hour.
Yep.
We've got an agenda.
Yep.
1 hour 23.
Okay.
Agenda got fucked. But hey, I had a good time. I had some good content,
Yep.
good chats,
Yep.
and I'm a dynamic man, so I'm here for it. But I think I want to fuck off. Don't know about you guys.
My parking's running out.
Your parking's running out.
I'm gonna fuck off over to that table and do
Yeah.
the last bits of the video.
Keep up posting the Facebook on the Facebook post. Post in the inbox.
Good.
Send an
It is
email.
warm, isn't it?
It is really warm. Podcast at tbd.tv. Send us your shite and we might chat about it. And
Have you
yeah,
got something for him to send for next year, maybe? Next week?
next year. No, I'm not doing weekly topics, man. I think just the general theme of send us your stuff. And then as and when
Yeah.
the light bulb emits light. We'll
Is.
do it is what it is. For now, cool
What does that
stories.
mean?
I want to go. See you next week, guys. Good things to come.
See you next week's guys.
Hey, don't worry about it. We'll fix it in post. Bye
Oh, we can
bye.
say it.
Bye bye.